It's extremely difficult. The problem of political violence, first of all, is very deeply rooted. It's not something new. The country has had many assassinations, assassination attempts, and just outright violence. Second, the forces causing the polarization you're talking about, from partisanship to the media and the nature of social media in particular, doesn't go away. And finally, we're in the middle of a campaign. And, come next week and the week after, the candidates, the parties will be going after each other. So it's likely this will be like January 6th or COVID, where there is a temporary move to unity, but that breaks apart very quickly. Well, if we're looking at recent history of the party of the former president, ratchet things up. There might be, some remarks that offer a little insight or opening for unity, but that's not the way Trump does business. Even after the shots were fired, he gets up and the first words out of his mouth were fight. So I think that will be the theme of the campaign. And I do think that will be the theme, not just in the convention, but going right through November. The irony is this might very well save President Biden's position within the Democratic Party. It seems there's less willingness in the next week, at least, to keep pushing for him to not run. And the clock is ticking. But he's still in a very weak position. And some would argue that after this event and after the way it unfolded, Trump will come out stronger than ever. So it might very well end up saving the president politically for the time being, but costing Democrats the White House and maybe Congress come November. Yeah, I just add it's not just age, it's the polls, more broadly. They're just not very good right now. And I think a lot of Democrats in Congress here are very worried about where this is all going. But again, this pause because of this, horrific event that just happened, and now the Republican convention might make it hard for that momentum that had gained ever since former Speaker Nancy Pelosi made some comments earlier this week to rebuild. And so Biden will probably be the nominee at this point, but he's a weak nominee, and his opponent, former President Donald Trump, is getting stronger. And I think the combination of how, again, this unfolded, the unity surrounding the reaction to the assassination attempt, culminating with a convention, might really solidify Trump in a way that seemed impossible about a month or a month and a half ago to many Americans.